The Olympics, past and present. The Olympics start again. More than 1,000 years later, people still heard stories about the Olympics. Many historians wanted to find Olympia. In the 1700s, team began searching for Olympic grounds. By the 1890s, historians have found most of the old buildings. A man from France who was interested in Olympia liked that the games stood for peaceful competition. He wanted to start a new worldwide sporting contest. He formed the International Olympic Committee, or IOC, in 1894. The International Olympic Committee decided that the new Olympic Games would focus on peaceful competition and the love of sport. In keeping with the spirit of the Asian Games, the IOC didn't want athletes to compete for money. Champion would get a silver medal or an olive branch. Professionals paid athletes would not be allowed to compete in the games. Greece held the first modern Olympic Games in 1896. Thousands of people came to watch. 200 athletes came from 14 countries to compete. The new games were a success. The next two Olympics were not as successful. The athletes lived in poor conditions. Bad weather ruined many events. Organizers learned from their mistake, and the new Olympic Games became famous and popular around the world. The Olympics grew. In 1906, the Olympics adapted the ancient tradition of a parade, opening a parade. Athletes carried the flag of their countries as they walked into the stadium. From then on, each Olympics included a colorful opening ceremony. In 1920, a new Olympic flag was used in many ceremonies. The connected rings on the flag represent the settled continents of the world working together in peace. France hosted the first Olympic Winter Games in 1924. More than 250 athletes, including 11 women and girls, came to compete. One ice skater was 12 years old, Sonja Henie from North Norway. She finished last in her event, but Henie came back for a year later. She won gold medal in 1938, 1932, and 1936 Winter Games. Henie became famous and went on to star in films and large ice shows. In 1938, women began to compete in the Summer Games. After that, the list of events for women grew every year. In 1936, the torch relay began. It takes place at the opening ceremony of each Olympics. Final runners in the relay hands the torch to a special guest. This guest is often a past Olympic champion. They use the torch to light the Olympic flame that burned during the games. Sometimes the peaceful goal of the Olympic Games is threatened. Wars have wars have cancelled three Olympics. Others have happened during troubled times. Sometimes athletes or whole teams have stayed home to protest. Global pandemic delayed the 2020 Summer Games for a year. Many athletes' chances at competing ended when they found out they had COVID-19 during the Olympics. Today Olympics. Today's Olympic athletes are stronger than ever because training and equipment have gotten better. In 1924, the winner of the men's 50-kilometer cross-country ski race won in 3 hours and 45 minutes. In 2022, the winner of the same event finished in just over 1 hour and 11 minutes. For many Olympic athletes, training is a full-time job. Athletes often begin their training while they are still young. Many countries have built special Olympic training centers for their athletes to use. Cheating is a problem Olympic officials have to watch out for. Some athletes use drugs to make them stronger. Officials test athletes for drug use. If they are found using drugs, athletes can lose their medals. Judges sometimes cheat to help their countries win. Some give the wrong points to athletes to hurt or help them. Other judges cheat by trading points with judges from other countries. It is the responsibility of the IOC to keep the games fair for everyone. The Olympics continue to grow bigger and more popular. Many people enjoy watching the world's best athletes compete. The games often have amazing surprises. The wonder of the Olympics came from the rich history. The Olympics show that peaceful sporting contests among different countries still exciting, even after all these centuries.